sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Rogers.
And my name is Ola Dolupo. Yeah? You heard that? It's
See,
Ola Dolupo.
see the way she emphasized the
Yeah, it's Ola Dolupo. Just in case
Alright.
you've never heard it before.
It's not Dolapo.
No,
Not,
no, no,
Dolamu.
no,
It's
not
not
Dikpupo.
Dipupo. It's Dolupo.
It's Dolupo. Thank you.
And she's one of many Dolupos out there that we have found on social media.
How many of those Dolupos do you know?
I know one on Facebook.
The beef that is in your soul, eh?
It's
The
not,
beef
it's not beef
that
I-
is
it's
in
not-
your soul
It is not beef.
is
It is
deep
not-
rooted.
It is not heart.
It's deep rooted. It's not in your heart or in your soul.
Mm.
It's deep rooted.
Before
Ah,
this
oh,
one makes
Jesus.
us derail, Malud Nabil, Eid Malud Nabil, I think that's a proper way to greet,
Del Malud.
our Muslim brothers and sisters. It is the day to celebrate the birth of the Holy Prophet. May the peace of God be on him and with him. I am just not happy with many of my Muslim friends, and I will say it now. I know that it is not Ileya or Eid al-Kabir where there's meat, but you guys should think about it.
Really, let's think about it all.
It's not a bad idea.
Because you celebrate Christmas with chicken.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
If it's
They have not stopped selling.
maybe fish or something, and you call us, you say, guys, we are showing.
Hi,
Let's celebrate.
we'll be
together.
here there after work.
Come
Just
on.
don't know. Don't let me start calling your names out one by one.
I will call Saeed first. Saeed, you know yourself, Saeed and Muda, and there are plenty of
Let me just.
Sulaiman.
You should respect
Sulaiman,
yourselves.
Think about it now. Organize barbecue for boys now. Yeah, let's let's celebrate together.
Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening to us from or you're watching us. It is the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG. And like we say, if you're just joining us for the very first time, this is where we talk politics, sports, entertainment, and everything in
Drinks.
between.
Drinks.
Over drinks.
Drinks. Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
Right.
I was going to ask a question, not today, it just popped up in my head. Now, I've been wanting to ask for a very long time. And the question is, I hear a lot of people always talk about, calm down, that you're not supposed to click glass with an empty glass.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do so many things now, but
What is the idea behind it?
look, I think it's just a way for drunkards to make other people drunk too, because if some will tell you that the content of your glass is also important. If you want to clean
What?
glasses, that if it's champagne, they can't clean glasses with someone who's drinking water or whatever. You understand? To me, all of those things, all those traditions and stuff, is basically to ginger yourself to drink more. And a lot of things have changed. It's a changing world. Who says you can't do what you want to do as long as you're not destroying anybody's life in the process, or you're not messing anybody's thing up, So for me, I beg, cheers, man. Cheers to
Cheers, basically. So it's in the spirit of holidays. Yeah, we're going to start with something that I specifically spoke about yesterday, and for the first time in a long time, I'm officially right. And what I talked about yesterday was that putting your money on Arsenal is bad business. But am I lying?
And what makes you right?
Crystal Palace beat them at home. Like, can I be more right or righter?
Did you watch that game?
I did for a few minutes. I got angry and I turned it
Did
off.
you see the part where the Crystal Palace guy cleared Saka?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. It was as if he wanted to kill him. No card, no red card, nothing. No red card. That could have changed the face of the game.
Okay. All right.
It could have, actually.
Okay.
I'm being serious. I'm not
still not going to put my I was still vindicated. I not going to put my money on Arsenal.
I think Arsenal played well.
The same way, do not put your money on Manchester United. Those two teams this season, don't waste your money. Just saying,
so to just you, a draw is a loss.
Oh, it ended 2-2. Oh, really? He did? I watched it when it was 2-1 and I just turned it off. Like, this is nonsense. It's still a loss in my dictionary. It's still a loss. It is still a loss. They literally drew with Crystal Palace at home. Please.
I know that when Lacazette came on, the game changed a bit and all of that. But hey,
I ain't got no patience for
you. You must also say kudos to Patrick Vieira. He's doing good work there. We've not seen anything spectacular, but we're seeing traces of greatness.
Yeah. So of course, talking about football, yeah, that was the last of the weekend matches. That was yesterday. It ended draw 2-2 Arsenal Crystal Palace, and talking about that, there's going to be Champions League. The match day 3 is starting today. It's going to be a lot of matches actually. There is Atletico Madrid and Liverpool.
That's going to be
that's something to watch. Yeah, that is definitely that's something you want to watch. There's also
you know that Atletico Madrid have got Luis Suarez.
Yeah. The same Suarez that you said you was
and of course
you know what happened after that. Definitely so that's one definitely want to catch is at 8 p.m. West African time. Also Real Madrid and Shakhtar is at 8 p.m. West African time. PSG with RB Leipzig is also at 8 p.m. and Inter Milan with Sheriff.
Respect the Sheriff. Remember what they did to Real Madrid.
Respect them. Yeah, so that's also 8 p.m.
You know that they're topping the group that they're in.
They're in, yeah.
They have 6 points. Madrid is second with 3 points. So even Inter that you would have thought had pedigree, they're third. They had only one. They have only one point. Shared with Shakhtar.
Sheriff is another person to see, and at 5:45 today, Man City will be playing with Club Brugge. They're the first set of people to play with Besiktas.
I like those Turkish names.
Besiktas
like the Turkish names.
and Sporting. Those 4 clubs are going to be playing at 5:45 p.m. West African time. So it's let's see. I hope that this is a walk in the park for Manchester City. I hope so. But this season, there has been flashes of greatness from some underdogs, or let me say some supposed underdogs. So I don't think that underestimating anybody will be smart.
Oh, no, you do that at your own peril.
Yeah, I don't think that would be smart
so
for anybody.
If you're going to put your money on any team, let me advise you. It might sound impossible. You can bet on Sheriff. The odds are not so great, but that means you can.
But the way it's looking, they're the ones that is looking. They're looking good today. So of course that's what we have for Champions League. There's actually also a bit of news about a few people that got some appointments from FIFA. The
football group.
The football and
IFAB,
the IFAB, the football advisory panel, and our very own Daniel Amokachi and Mercy Akide are on this 7-man panel with Arsene Wenger. I think it's a very nice thing to.
I'm particularly excited about Mercy Akide and what's the name now?
Daniel Amokachi.
Amokachi and
Lydia Williams.
Assisat
Joshua is on another. Yes, he's on another committee.
I'm particularly happy about those 2 names, saying that she's still an active player and she's been doing a lot for the game.
Oh yes,
and all of
yes,
that.
yes,
Very
yes.
vocal,
She's been very.
and she's been giving back. But my biggest excitement is about Mercy Akide. She, to me, was the female version of Rashidi Yekini. During her playing days, she was an amazing player, and she's been doing a lot of coaching out there in America. And I would have thought that at some point the football authorities
Would have brought her
someone
back.
like that back. You know?
To at least the Super
know.
Falcons.
But hey, what do we know?
But it's very good. It's very nice that at least that people that are being our very own homegrown people are actually being recognized worldwide. They're actually doing really, really, really well. So moving off sports, yeah, there's a lot of gist coming out today. And I think that the first thing that is probably on a lot of people's minds is money matters, right?
It's not a small matter now. Everybody has money on their mind.
So money matters will probably be the first thing, yeah? So now, I think I should start from when people started hearing this matter. Was when there was a report, only God knows where it emanated from, or would we say a rumor, that Piggyvest, which is supposed to be I don't even know what to call them. It's money keeping.
It's like it's an online bank of sorts. It's okay. Your piggy bank.
Yeah, like an online piggy bank. I get
Polo,
it.
like
Yes.
Like we call it locally in
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I think that's the word, online piggy bank.
Yeah.
That they invested 2 billion naira of the people's funds in a company called Imagine Africa.
Imagine Global.
Imagine Global. Where Piggyvest has now come to say that it was what's the problem?
The images.
Oh, that it was supposed to be that is not true. Yeah. So of course, when all that came out and everybody was okay, now people now say fine now. Okay, what is this Imagine Global? I think that was where the conversation started. Now, everybody wakes up this morning and Imagine Global is trending.
Yep.
Yeah. Then we're wondering, what is Imagine Global? And then they say that there is a husband and a wife.
Yeah.
That there's about 22 billion naira of people's monies that has been invested into Imagine Global. And as of this morning, at least I actually verified that fact. The website domain is gone.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where they are. They're just like poof in thin air with 22 billion naira of investors' monies.
That's the amount that we know of, because initially one of the people that broke the news on social media said over 1 billion.
Yeah, which is correct actually. I saw a tweet where I think you were the one that said to me, everybody have come, please delete this over. But the guy's like, I'm still right anyway.
He is right.
He is right anyway.
But so we did a little bit of digging into this Imagine Global company.
And these people are supposed to be Bamishe Ajay Tumobi and his wife Elizabeth. He is supposed to be the managing director, and his wife is the chairman of the board of directors.
So what they've done is to claim that they're a loan agency, and their focus.
Yeah.
You can search for their Facebook.
I know you did a lot of.
The Imagine Global, they have a Facebook page. You guys can go check it out. So they actually went to the markets, different markets, and they were taking money off people and lending them money in return. They open accounts for them. They lent a few people money. Of course, you know how Ponzi schemes work.
But the first Ponzi schemes, they don't borrow money in Ponzi schemes. That's why I don't get.
It's a smart move.
I don't get the idea.
I get it.
But if I borrowed money, now that you have gone bust and I've not returned that money, I'm good.
That's the part you don't get. It's about volume. So what they did at first is the first set of people, they would loan them money. Loan this one, loan that one, and you will pay it back.
But I have a question.
Apart from that, then more people are now giving them money.
But I have a question.
Because they were now telling people that they will give them 50% returns or whatever. So those are the people that are losing money because you see what they are doing with the money. And you think, oh, they are loaning out money to people, and also it's real.
So
you
it's
put
the
your money in it.
interest that will come back. Okay.
So it's not those people who are that one is
It's
just
really
that's
tiny
the small part of it. The
percentage.
major part is the people who invested in them, who gave them their hard-earned money to say, okay, they're gonna make something back. This is a major scam, and it looks like these guys have gone, into thin air. For me, we said this during the MMM saga when Nigerians fell for that scam, and we always fall for these scams. Nospecto,
Pennywise,
Travel Club. There's always one bogus investment scheme or the other. I have fallen for them in the past, thinking that we're doing some oil and gas investments. That's what those Nospecto and Co were doing. But eventually you find out that they were just taking your money and they were going to run. The truth is we need to do more research, people. We need to ask those questions. On the part of government cannot do everything. Information must be made available. You need to go check out the CBN, check out, the anti-fraud agencies, and maybe ask your banker friends too. And although during the time of Nospecto, bankers were all in it too. So story for another day. Maybe that day is now. Be careful the kind of places where you put your money into. They will come at you. Any investment that is short term with high yield. It's most likely not real.
It's not real. That's the issue I have with a lot of people, and I think that it boils down to greed. When someone asks you that, bring 50 naira, and in a month you're getting 50%, even oil business, I don't think the return on investment on oil, which is probably one of the most, if not probably the most lucrative of businesses in the world. Now, don't let me say the most, because now a lot of things like tech and all are all springing up, yeah? But at least we can say it's one of the most lucrative as of today. And I don't even think the return on investment, especially in that short period of time. And I was reading something, and someone was saying about that. This Imagine Global, that what they tell you is that there's a 20% return on investment every month. Meaning that if you spread out the year, there is a 10%. So there is a 120% profit for the whole year. That's even much more than you have invested. Because I think that this is the problem. Let us break it down. If it's not that you are being greedy, which business does someone want to do? Even if you buy, you are selling food. Food is like the commonest things that you are sure that will sell like yesterday, yeah? Food sells, we know.
Yeah.
Even those things.
And drinks too.
Does that ever come back like 100%?
Not in all cases.
There are losses. There's running costs. There's so many things. So how does somebody come back and tell you that in a year 120% of the money that you invested is coming back to you? How?
So greed is a major aspect of it, like you pointed out. But also, I will speak for the uninformed, the naive. There are people who are actually naive, who do not understand. Again, some of these schemes, you get sucked in by people that you know, people that you love and trust. Remember during the MMM saga, that churches were actually forming groups and putting their money into MMM.
I don't know.
And isn't it funny that MMM too, the MMM saga during that time, the same guy was running it with his wife. So you wonder how this criminal couples.
Oh, this person.
No, the other MMM guy that ran away.
Oh, okay.
Disappeared.
And there's always this other couple too. One Glory Osei, and it's always like a Bonnie and Clyde kind.
How do they find this criminal?
Like they always find themselves.
How do they?
It's almost like they just always find themselves. Like what are we doing? What exactly are we doing? It is time that we need to Money is very difficult to come by in Nigeria. Now, let's be honest with ourselves.
In the world, everywhere
in the world, it's not working. So any little money that you have, I'm not saying that do not invest. I think investing is a very good thing. And every form of investment has its own risks. It does. But at least let the risk be as minimal as possible.
So, again, for the people who have put their money in Piggyvest, be rest assured that your money is safe.
Yeah, they're saying that because
the company has come out to confirm
that
they did not invest in
Imagine Global.
For the people who have put their money in Imagine Global,
sorry,
I don't know.
Please come and drink cold water.
What you mean?
I'm just saying, you don't. Hey, blood pressure is a bad thing, you know.
You have not been there before. You don't know how it feels, do you?
That's why I said that. No.
That's why you're making light of it. To be honest, I feel for them. I know that I can't be sucked into such again. I know I can't be sucked
I think
into
that
it
it is time that we really need to
what we would advise is, like I said earlier, before you put your money in any scheme, please do a little bit of research.
Yeah.
Even searching online, you would
find a lot of things. Not just even search. Even if you don't understand these things, ask questions. Now, once you have a bank account, no matter how silly the money in it is in, you have an account officer. A lot of us don't use them, but it's part of their jobs. Ask questions. Call your account officer. I have this and this and this. Do you think what is the ideal thing? There are things online that we could read up on. Please let us be a little bit financial.
Find out if the CBN has
approved it, because the truth is that they well, at least we read today, they were claiming that they are a microfinance bank and all that. For a fact, I know that the banks, even if there is an issue with the bank, there is insurance. There is the Nigerian, I can't remember what it's called, but I know it's NDIC. That banks are insured.
Deposit insurance.
The deposit. The banks are insured. Microfinance. What kind of bank? They're insured by that. This is where, other than that, there's the issue of AMCON, Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria. This is where they also help people get back, banks and financial institutions. They help them get back their monies. So compared to before, that companies shut down or banks shut down or a financial institution shuts down and then your money is gone, there are actually better things that actually secures people's money now. So let's first find out how insured is your stuff. What is the pedigree of these people? As little as now, you can even check if the company you are doing business with is even registered.
Yes, you can. You can check online with the
It's a 30-second search. You literally can search. It is that easy. Please.
A quick note of warning: the fact that a company is registered does not mean that they won't scam you.
Oh yeah.
It's just for you to even know if they
do you understand? Those are things that we need to check. We need to let's ask questions as much as possible. Please. Money is not even that easy to get by, and then by the time you now finally get it and you're hoping to make some form of investment to multiply that money, kaboom, is up in flames because some criminally minded people. But I always have a question, and nobody has still answered this question, and I asked this question earlier before we came on, and the question is that when you set up these companies, even the MMMs and all that, is it that they just, when they have a good plan, but when it gets to a point they can't sustain it, or that from day one it was set up as a scam?
Most times, 99.9% of the times,
that's
what they plan to do.
That is really, really sad. New. That is really sad.
It's something that's been happening for years. It always happens all the time. There's one company that had this golden image of a lion once on that Oregon that also did the same thing, that people will come there, line up to pay their money in because they were going to give you X amount of profit on your money and blah, 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 blah. one day they just upped and disappeared.
There's a sad part that I also, because I actually also did a little bit of digging. And what I also found out is that these people are actually Christians.
Yeah.
It's a little sad for me, because other than the fact that I'm a Christian, you're hoping that people should. Then that's when you come to realize that people are really not what they are. It is what people do, not what people say.
Look, a good scam artist will give you confidence, would inspire confidence, would establish
they're going to use the whole thing with the religion, everything,
whatever it takes,
the whole package. Okay.
Whatever it takes, they will go for TV interviews on credible TV channels. They would have articles. They will cause articles to be written about them. So they will create that charade. Even the financial experts, some will fall for it. But one of the things that you can use to insulate yourself is to look at the return on investment and the turnaround time. If they're telling you that in a short period
it's always
you're getting
like
so much money,
major red flag.
It can't be real. It just can't be real. If they're telling you that, trust me, 90% of the time it's just a scam.
It's a scam. It's a scam. So anyway, at the end of the day, what we're saying from Boom Radio is please be careful. It is a very good thing to invest. It's very, very, very good to invest. But please let us be sure what we're investing in. At least that way, we will not have stories that touch. Whether you're a Muslim, we've come to realize Muslim, Christian, Ifa worshipper, it's not about, it is just about people that are evil.
It's about individuals.
They're just evil, and they're evil, and they're evil, and that's it. So let's move on from that, and let's talk about something that is trending since morning, has been trending number one
since yesterday,
Twitter,
since last night,
like all over. And I'm sure everybody, this is a particular leaked tape of Tiwa that is in it. This was, I think people had talked about it like a week or two ago, when she actually brought it up that someone was trying to blackmail her.
Yeah, last week she brought it up.
And everything, and it looks like maybe the person is tired of what, which for me it's a very good thing, because she definitely got in front of it. So at least to a large extent, it wasn't surprising.
It wasn't
surprising.
You know, the thing about it is, whoever advised her to come out with it herself deserves an award.
Oh yeah, very good PR.
We're going to address it later, but let's address the smart move to come out and say, look, this is going to happen and blah, blah, blah. Now, sadly, a lot of stories, you see, because we have different opinions from different people, it's allowed. It's important that we listen to everybody, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're all correct. In Tiwa's case, she, as an adult, she's 41. She's 41. She's not a baby.
She's not a child, yeah?
She's not a child. She's not 16. She's not 13. She's 41. She's allowed to have, a relationship and whatever.
Even if it's a one-night stand, anything. She's an adult.
It's a
she can do whatever it is she wants to do,
but
yeah?
What none of us is allowed to have, we're all adults, is this craze to record yourself.
Hallelujah.
This
preach is the part I do not get.
Demon.
I do not get it. I've never gotten it.
That takes over someone who is doing this adult thing.
I have a question.
I
seem to always have a question too. I have a question.
All right.
And my question is that, okay, this is supposed to be pleasurable, and you're supposed to be in the moment.
Two ways. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you in the moment?
And you have a camera on
and
your
you're
phone.
taking, you understand,
and you're recording.
No, that's
you're not into it.
You're definitely. You're not. That's it for me. Like,
you're not into it. You're not into
I'm
it.
lost.
You're not into it. You're not into it.
It's
You're
funny
not,
how
you're
at
not.
this particular video, it's funny how it's just her face.
You know,
And I'm
the
like,
perpetrator of this thing.
okay.
And the sad part is, she seems to think the guy is innocent. She seems to think, oh, he made a mistake. He posted it to Snapchat.
And
Now,
see-
the people who use Snapchat,
and
the
Tiwa,
experts,
you are 41 now.
they have come out to
Let's
say
be thinking.
that there is like a two-step process of posting videos on Snapchat. That how did that happen? And it was a mistake. Then
It was a
down.
mistake, and she was the only one that was in that video.
Something ain't right about
Something ain't right
that
about
guy's
it.
angle.
it's
on Tiwa's part, I stand.
Oh, really? Anybody can do whatever they like. Even the idea of taking a video, because the way she made it seem like she knew that video was being taken. Yeah?
Yeah, she must have known. I'm just saying.
By audience, whatever it is that anybody decides to do. The only reason why we're having a conversation about it is because it's out there. The truth is that
So
is
we,
what people
we agree
do
that
100
the video that we have all seen is Tiwa Savage.
yes, it is.
I think I am.
I think it is.
98% sure.
I
it's
think
Tiwa.
it is. I think it is.
You know, based on the outfit and everything.
I think it is
Well,
actually.
I respect what she did last week.
I will not.
Imagine if Tiwa, just picture if Tiwa Savage did not
talk about it
Yes, before this video came out.
Yes,
People would have come for her.
it would have been. It would have been a really
But
bad.
She was smart.
Yes,
And again, she will not be paying ransom forever.
for
Because
me,
those kidnappers, they won't release. They won't. You think they will delete the video?
nobody ever deletes those kind of videos. That's the truth. And for me, my own is that why I will not say anything in our own against her is that she's an adult. She was there when the video was taken. There are 1,000 people that take these videos every single day. And the only reason why we have conversations about the few that we have conversations about is, number one, these people are celebrities. Number two, even the ones that are not celebrities, is because somebody decided to post it. People take videos and it's never been posted and nothing, and life moves on.
You know?
I would not do it. It does not make it right. I don't think it's right. I won't say it's right or wrong. For me, I don't see a need for especially even when you're not online these days, anything is possible.
And the internet never
The
forgets.
internet never.
It's not just what happens now. You
People
see,
can literally
people are gonna
hack
move
your
on.
phone. You don't even have to post it online. People can literally hack your phone.
there was
get stuff.
there was a Nollywood actress who, I think her laptop was bad.
Yeah,
She gave it to
yeah.
someone to go fix at the computer village. They basically took off all her pictures. And meanwhile, I think she was married to a white guy. So the pictures of them, you know, intimate pictures. And they took it off and started publishing and all of that. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
We need to be careful.
We need to be careful what we
Beyond
take,
that,
what we.
beyond that, this will blow over. Tiwa's case, because she's a celebrity, it's been trending for almost 24 hours. It will eventually blow
it will
over.
eventually, but the
The
internet never
perverts
forgets.
who want to download the video would have downloaded it. Whatever app they want to do, they will do. But the internet never forgets. When our son grows and all of that happens, you start to wonder how our children will feel. You know, members of the family and all of that, because it will be out there on the internet. It will be there forever. So, to avoid this kind of scenarios, when you get into that room, can you throw your phone away? You know, like lock up your phone. You know Rema's song, the Maven artist.
Yeah.
That song about I too like woman. There's a part where it says, drop your phone. I don't want to see myself on the blog. When you enter the room.
Do you understand?
It sounds funny, right?
But
it
it's
happens.
true.
It's happened to
It
David
is.
Beckham. It's
It
happened
happened
to
a lot of people.
It happened to Davido, you know, when he went to
Yes.
Ghana and all of
It's
that.
happened to Dangote.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
This
happened
time
to-
last year.
Yeah, it's happened. I think that we should honestly watch these kind of things that we record. That's the bottom line for me. It's time that we really need to be more responsible with the things.
And to-
it's not just because you
to
feel like doing it.
So the people who were trying to blackmail her, how you like yourself now? What have you gained? You better go and get a life. better go and get a real life.
I don't know why people do those things, but the truth is that those things are not going to end anytime soon. But we really need to be careful the kind of things that we record, the things that we send to people.
I actually wish they had played along and caught the person. I actually wish they had played along to catch the people behind it. You know, at times when you take a criminal off, you're not just only protecting yourself.
Other people that are going to get involved in this as well. It's sad, but it is what it is. We hope. I'm sure that it's going to blow over after a few. It's not the first time it's happening. As sad as it might sound, it's not the first time, and it really wouldn't be the last time. It won't be the last time. So moving on from that, we're going all the way to Ghana, where Ghana's very own Shatta Wale says that his life is in danger and he's on the run. Do you have a little bit of insight for that for us?
Yes. So apparently Shatta Wale says that there was a pastor that actually predicted the incident that happened yesterday, and he feels in his words that the thing was staged to make the prophecy come through. To make it come through, not true. To make it happen. So apparently he was driving in Ghana yesterday, and some gunmen opened up fire on him. He managed to escape, and he's now saying that I'm paraphrasing though, that he's not going to stay back in the country. He won't stay in Ghana until they can prove to him that justice will be served and that he will be protected. That he's wondering why the police did not move on the people who had said something like that was going to happen before it happened. That if they had done that, they probably would have prevented it from happening to him, you know. At some point, there were rumors that he had died yesterday. And later, some people were saying that, he staged it. And then he wanted to do. But of course, when Tiwa's story broke, everybody, even in Ghana, attention shifted from Shatta Wale to under 2 hours or so. Attention shifted. But the Ghanaian police, on their own part, have now come out to say that they've been to his house. They're trying to get in touch with him. They want to maybe speak with him or interrogate him and find out what really
happened
and all of that. But he's nowhere to be found. And on his own part, it seems like he's running scared, and he doesn't.
He said he's not going to be in Ghana for. He doesn't feel safe. You can't blame him. You know? So a man got shot. You really can't blame him.
It's interesting how African entertainment industry is evolving so fast that it's tending to resemble the things that we read about American artists.
Which you would, I would have thought that we would have, what's the word? We would have evolved past that.
Yeah.
We would have evolved past that. But moving on from that, before we leave entertainment, there's news. Looks like we're back to Nigeria is really doing a lot on the Billboard Hot 100. As CK's Love Wanted, he has moved again 4 places to number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100. Looks like somebody is moving close.
You see, I am so happy for CK. I am so happy for Chocolate City and the African music industry
as a whole. Yeah.
There was a Kenyan that tweeted that Nigeria is really doing a lot, carrying Africa on his shoulder at the moment and everything, and it's massive. It's good to see. However, you look at the other parts of Africa, Amare, Jackie, and all of them. They're all non-Nigerian, and they're doing good music.
They're doing good music as well.
In South Africa, DJ Maforiza, and the guys from Mozambique and all. Everybody's actually doing well now on the African continent, but not to take anything away from CK and of course Wizkid and Tems, who
we see the Wizkid, Tems, and Justin Bieber's version of Essence has now moved to number 9.
However, Wizkid has outshadowed Fela's record on the Billboard, but there are 3 other African artists that he still has to catch up with. There's an African artist that I've forgotten that she's old, and she did 60-something weeks and all of that. So maybe that's the target with Essence. And the way this song is going, don't be surprised if he gets it. If he
If it
gets that.
does.
So
if
shout
it
out to
does.
CK, Love Quantity. If you have not heard the song, I suggest you look for the acoustic, Love Quantity acoustic. It's beautiful. Even the remix and the original, you know. And again, keep listening to boomradio.com.ng because we play those songs for you on a regular.
And so, on that note, we should move off. What's it called? We should move off entertainment. We really spent a lot of time on entertainment today, but which is actually not a bad idea. Actually, not a bad idea. We can do that more often. But now we should, if we move to a little bit of things that is happening in Nigeria, as the federal government have announced that they've finally taken delivery of the final batch of the 12A29 Super Tucano fighter jets from the United States.
So first there were 6, now there are 12, right?
Yep.
And I am happy for many reasons. We of course we understand that this insurgency, this battle against these criminals up north has been going on for too long. It's a welcome development that the military are getting the hardware that they require now.
It's very, very important for them.
We're not upgrading our military, hardware for so many years, and there was a time when the stories you hear is how soldiers were deserting or running away or complaining of not having the right equipment, while the people that they are going up against were fully equipped and kitted and everything. So the Super Tucanos are here. The number is complete now. It's 12.
It's 12.
This makes the Nigerian Air Force one of the strongest in Africa.
President Muhammad Buhari had told bandits that your days are numbered.
Because the range on these birds is it's amazing. And again, they have the ability to deliver smart bombs. It's not just to drop duds or regular bombs on targets that you might have mapped out, but they also have homing devices and all of that. They have smart bombs that they can actually deploy. And also the statement from the U.S. government saying that they're going to continue to support the
Nigerian government
is a welcome development. I really want us to be rid of all these insecurity issues that are bedeviling Nigeria. It's making life difficult for each and every one of us. We might not be feeling the heat directly, but we're feeling it indirectly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But our brothers and sisters up north
that are like at the
they're at the receiving end, and it's not nice.
Okay, so moving off that, there's something that that is supposed to happen tomorrow. It's 1 year that it's funny how time really flies really fast. Is tomorrow is another October 20th, where there was I'm looking for the word to use. There was an alleged Lekki massacre, and looks like there was last week the conversation has been ongoing that there's going to be another protest for like a 1 year anniversary of it, and there's been back and forth. Now there was actually an announcement today that there's going to be a car procession at the Lekki toll gate.
Yes, the protest is taking a new form. Last week, the PPRO and of course the police commissioner also. PPRO means the police PRO for Lagos State and the other part of Nigeria. A lot of especially Lagos, the police had come out to they come out strongly to say they're not going to condone any procession whatsoever, any protest or riot or whatever. They don't even want to hear about it. Like they don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it. So the organizers of the memorial, the NSAS memorial, we're planning an event for somewhere in Victoria Island, and I think the owners of the venue told them that they were not going to allow them host
Really?
there anymore.
Oh, wow.
So they had to get creative and look for other ways. So they've been organizing a couple of things because it was supposed to be like a 1 week, of several events and everything. So they were going to organize. They were doing stuff on Twitter Spaces and Zoom meetings and all of that. But people are still, like, young people in Nigeria are still like, they need to hit the streets and everything. So some of the conveners of this event have actually now said that there's going to be a drive-through protest at the Lekki roundabout and the Lekki toll plaza. However, the campaign, the CDHR, the Campaign for Democracy, it's an NGO. It's a group that's always, of course, fighting for human rights in Nigeria and everything. They have an office in Ikeja. They're actually organizing an event where they've listed most of the people you saw talk about the NSAS event, and their names have been listed. There's going to be 3 sessions. The second session is going to be with the NSAS lawyers, like they call them, the guys who were working with them to get people bailed out and doing all of that. So the first session is going to have Mr. Macaroni and a couple of other people and all of that. So there are different events being planned here and there. Some people have vowed that they're going to hit the streets. Even today, there've been some gatherings in some parts of Lagos and all of that.
I think the car procession thing is a safer and a smarter way to do things. And this is what I've always said, that we do not always have to do the same thing the same way. We can be smart about these things. There could be safer ways to go about these things. We don't have to, because at least if we are in cars, it's going to be very difficult for someone, like maybe some hoodlum on the street, to join you. It's going to be difficult.
It will be, actually.
It will be very difficult.
But again, they on the flyers that I saw, the organizers of the drive-through protest are saying, if you don't have a car, don't worry, call this number. They have a number to call where you can join a car.
Yeah, so they're really, because safety is first.
I hope that even at that,
you're not inviting people that are with funny behavior to maybe into your cars and all that. Added to the fact that there's still COVID. Just yesterday was announced 35 people died in 24 hours. There's COVID involved in this matter. Inviting people with close proximity to you might not be a very, very safe thing, but we really need to be safe. And also, there's something for people that are going to go and going to be at this procession. As much as you want to protest, we should please think of other people. It's a working day. We should not cause things as much as possible, cause traffic. Don't make life difficult for the next person that just wants to get to work.
Well, to be on the safe side, the best thing you can do for yourself is to completely avoid Lekki, if you can.
Some people can't.
For the people who live there or who have to be there, please stay safe. Because
let's be honest,
I know that most Nigerian youths, they don't want violence, they don't want trouble.
So let's just be as.
But you cannot rule out miscreants and criminals trying to hijack this process and cause all sorts of trouble. Please be safe, guys. Again, I always try to advise people to follow the law, but they'll say no, they're right. So I'm just saying, please. Let's just do,
other than even following the law, let's be considerate to other people, to other people's needs and other people's way of life. Is some people's livelihood. You're going to block the whole road. Someone just wants to get to their place of livelihood, get money to eat for the day. That some people, that's all they want. It's just survival. You can't block some because you're trying to make a point. Please let everything be done in moderation. And before we leave that, the Lagos State, it's funny how the Lagos State Judicial Panel finally ended. The one that was probing the SARS abuses and other related matters had ended their sitting on Monday. It's said that it was due to the Maulud Nabir public holiday that was scheduled today, and it was also gathered that there was compensation for over 20 victims of police brutality of checks with various sums of money that have already been disbursed.
I'm wondering why it's just 20 people that are getting
They said
checks.
over 20 people. I don't know.
Yeah, why 20 is the number, like 20 something, yeah? You would have thought that for something that went on for about 9 months or thereabout,
there will be
more
a whole lot of people
getting compensated because the stories are out there, very sad
but
stories.
the problem now is that the truth, let's also look at it, that how many people actually went to that panel. That's where
I'm surprised that
that's where
this is all
that's all they could
come
and Lagos State actually had like the highest number of attention and all that, so you would expect that it should be more than that, but it is what it is. They said that this report will then be sent, so it's this judicial panel is really more about the report than to the states. Then there's also stuff that the state is also going to do with this report, so we'll see how that goes. And now moving to the Senate. The Nigerian Senate has today issued an ultimatum that its various committees to submit their report to its appropriation department on or before November 24th. Basically, what they're saying is that every single committee that is involved to check the 2022 budget, that they're giving them a deadline because they want the budget signed into law before the end of the year.
All right, so Sammy Soundwell, thanks for the feedback. He says, please increase your voice, sir. So I would beg my engineer to increase my microphone. All right, thank you very much for that. Sammy Soundwell is actually a sound person, so he gets it. Thank you very much. It's a good news that the budget will and should be ready by mid-November and all of that, before the end of November, so that they can pass it before the end of the year. But year in, year out, we get budgets read and passed and everything, but we don't really feel the direct impact. We don't really get that budget that I don't know any budget that we've seen in the last 30 years that somebody can come out and say, oh, that budget actually changed things. There was a governor of a state that has named the government of interlocutory and Kideko injunction. Government of mesmerizing and oppressing conjugations. And also, I'm just playing around. I'm sure you guys get the guy I'm talking about. So it's a sad narrative. And is this budget going to be any different? Is it going to be different from the others? Well, time will tell.
So we'll see. We'll definitely see how that works. And before we go, there's still like a few other things that is here. Now, still in Lagos, there's a story of how one person is dead and 2 people are in the hospital as a building has collapsed in Ikorodu, Lagos State. Now, the story is that it is supposed to be an abandoned building, that the owners of this building are told everyone to vacate this building, but if these 3 people have refused to leave the building, and it came down this morning. It came down last night, actually, around 10 p.m. last night.
It's obvious that the owners knew that the building was going to come down. It's very obvious that they knew that.
It looks like it's a very old, very, very old building. So it was time to let it go.
So what do we say here?
There's really nothing you can do about it.
Another avoidable death. These people didn't have to die, or this person that died didn't have to die. The injuries that they sustained, they didn't have to. But on their own side, could it be that they didn't have anywhere to go? Or could it be that they didn't tell them that building was that faulty and that's why they were asking them to leave? Could it be any of these things? But because I don't know if you know of an impending danger and you still
I think that as much
back.
as I know that a lot of people will come off with the idea that, like you said, maybe they didn't have anywhere else to go. I'm sure people would rather be homeless than dead. So at times, as much as things might look tough and it might look difficult, safety is, nobody wants to die. Seriously, nobody wants to die. We need to be careful the kind of things that we do. We all in the name of trying to be safe, trying to make ends meet and all. At the end of the day, you still need life for all these things. You really need life. So we need to be careful the kind of things that we do, the kind of things that comes up. And now NCC, the Nigeria Communications Commission, has put out a warning today that they had said that telecoms consumers to ensure that they do not allow their national identification numbers to be linked to another person's SIM card, no matter how close the person is to them.
Risky.
That's something that I'm sure I won't be surprised if it's happening.
I think you need to repeat that again.
Make sure nobody links their SIM card to your NIN. Because I'm sure that it's something that's probably happening now, because of course there is a deadline of October 31st for everybody, which just please let me, so that they don't block my phone and all, and we know how these things happen.
And just pray that they're not going to use it to go and perpetrate a crime, because you will be the one that they will get.
You'll be the one.
It's your NIN.
It's your NIN is something that so now there's a comedian, an American magician, Phil Butler. He said that he has died at the age of 51. He's an American comedian and magician.
Okay.
It's really sad though. He said that he actually made history when he was the very first comedian to perform for troops on the front line in Afghanistan.
Oh, well.
In Afghanistan, he received the Operational Service Medal for his duties in the conflicted land.
Right, may his soul rest in peace.
And before we go, for people that have been following Nnamdi Kanu's case, I think he's supposed to be in court on Thursday, yeah? But before Thursday, the federal government had come out now to say that they were moving the charges against him from 5
to 7.
To 7.
Yeah. Also talking about Nnamdi Kanu and the stocks of one of the senators.
Yeah, one of the senators
from Anambra State.
Yeah, he went to court asking for permission for an order to allow
to grant him access
to him. So I'm wondering why though. But
well, being a senator representing, maybe he's a senator and he wants to.
Isn't Nnamdi Kanu from Anambra State?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's a senator.
That's very, because I'm wondering why do you want to? I don't think Nnamdi Kanu is someone that you should. I'm not saying he's guilty or not. I'm just saying that there's some people that I'm not sure you want to be associated with at this point in time. But I'm sure that he has what's it called? He has his reasons. But now the counts that are against him is secession. They're calling Nigeria's president a terrorist and a pedophile. Possession of radio transmitter, Radio Biafra, without a license. That he set up IPOB, which is a proscribed group in Nigeria. Is that he's caused incitement, terrorism, and death threats.
Wow. Well, his lawyers now know that there are 2 additional charges for them.
So he's from Abia State, not Anambra, actually.
You think I didn't know?
I didn't know.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, actually. I didn't know. I just actually found out.
Senator from is the one that's going to get.
Anyway, I have nothing to say to you. But that's all we'll be able to take today on the Boomba. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you for the comments. Thank you very much. I hope that you're having a very wonderful public holiday and celebration. If you are in Nigeria, if you're not in Nigeria, I hope you are enjoying your work.
If you're in Nigeria, now, call us now. Where's the meat?
We
buy meat now. Call us.
Just let us know. Let's know where the party are.
Okay, buy fish. Okay, buy suya. Call us, just call.
Okay, so that's all we're able to take today. We'll be back again tomorrow with another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And from us to you, it is peace.